It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
No, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renas Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power.
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
we might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
What do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day...
there will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger...
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey, I just realized something.
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean, wait, you fed us rotten...
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now.
Connect the dots!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renins to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind...
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat.
Get him, Hootle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hootle.
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously? You know, guy...
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Not today! Now Dragon Form!
The armor won't save Alfin if you hear it now!
All mine!
The enemy wheels on too.
You'll soon see that.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cycla!
Here, let me help.
Eat this!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
You are a super shit.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as all...
In an instant! Impact Claw!
I'm going to need to use all
Dragon
our
Form! You picked the wrong fight!
I never miss.
Dragon Form!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Alfin.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this, but it...
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, Was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances.
Like all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In Tragedy's Aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Blow away!
Prepare to be sealed, though, fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps time is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing!
Rising Phoenix!
More for the stockpile!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be... in high demand, if that's the case.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danons?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danons. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danons too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
You got company!
Your wings won't save you from me.
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let him marksman have it!
All yours!
Here!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying up more.
You shouldn't have messed with me.
Reload! Crossblade! Now!
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Reinforce
My
the
turn! Void Flash! Inferno Punch! Throwing Light Spear!
Dohalim!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant
Not a
Shield!
chance!
Here! A tower between heaven
Here
and
I
earth!
come!
Away
Void Flash!
the
Burn!
lightning! Reload!
Do it! Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Enemies incoming!
More?
Mega Ray!
Then we'll take them down.
Take this!
I'm going to use the
Void Flash!
my healing arts.
Slide dance! Void Flash! Slide! Okay, here I go! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A chain between
More
heaven
Zuko?
and earth. Keep calm and take them down! Wailing deity of lightning! Do it!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Slide! Void Flash! I'm on it! Take this!
Illuminate the dark!
Do
Deliver!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! More?
By the power of flame!
Void Flash!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Not a chance!
Lightning
Stardust! Slide! Stardust!
Illuminate! Don't mind if I do! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now!
By the power of flame!
You're
I
mine!
never miss!
Stardust! Rising Phoenix!
Lightning!
Through Gale!
Thunder flame! Now!
Zara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you...
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Back you! Come one, come all!
Radiant flow!
Dragon Throw! I'm not done! Stardust!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Rising Phoenix!
A whirling deity of lightning! What did they just
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Dragon Force!
Sleep now, do it!
You're finished! Now I can let loose!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Rising Phoenix! Dragon Force!
You see what happened there as you crossed? Shouldn't have done that.
Not done! No escape!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout!
Lunar
Here I come!
Do it!
Flew away!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
I'm surrounded!
Glacial spear! Here's the eagle!
It's over!
Right in there with the others!
Raising power!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummel is to me!
Dragon Form!
Dragon Form! Dragon Form! I owe you one. Back your blade!
Here's evil!
Dragon Form!
All fitted together!
Dragon Form! We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of them!
Well, someone's feeling lively!
My turn!
Freeze
Take
Lancer!
this!
Blah blah blah! Air thrust!
Thrust!
The water! Dance! Immortal! Blah blah blah!
Don't get careless.
Way!
Vacuum Blade!
Dragon Form! Mega Ray!
Dragon Form!
Solo Dance!
Burn it! No further! Dragon Form!
That's you!
Here I come!
Where are you going?
I'm not done!
Holy Land!
Dragon Shell!
Dragon Form!
I'll you with my art! Lightning Dawn! Thunderblade!
Dragon Form!
Heaven and Earth!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
These fists have got your name on them!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well I'm here to stop.
Annihilation! Mega Ray! There you go! Don't let up!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Talon
Dragon
hurricane!
Form!
Take this!
Thunder Beam!
This freaking does it!
Take it!
Eagle Fly!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Seems about right to me.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrecht 35 about it sometime.
Way to me.
Dragon Form!
I'm like bait to them!
Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade! Dragon Form! Dance!
Flying free! Why can't they just sit
Dragon
still?
Form! Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
This one's all mine!
Boiling beauty of lightning! Spread!
Dragon Form!
This one's mine!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Form!
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Try harder!
I'll be
My
saving
turn!
this one!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
Stardust!
Field!
Force Flash!
Get on
Soaring
there
Light
together!
Spear!
One more
clean it out.
Let me take the rest of it.
Well, someone's feeling lively.
No, you can't. You're
Get
mine!
on in there with the others.
Dragon
Down
Force!
here. Radiant here.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Water! Here with the hurricane!
Blew away!
Do it!
Raining slash! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more. Got it.
Well done.
Rising Phoenix!
More where that came
No
from.
escape!
Eat this!
There. Air
I'm not
done.
done.
The waters of
Raining
the
slash!
field.
Do it!
Dance, immortal droplet. Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Back to play! Come one, come all!
Where are you going?
I can carve through armor!
Dragon Force!
Eat this!
Handy.
Eat this!
I'll tear you apart!
Take this!
Come on, roll now!
Do it. Shield.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Take this!
In here.
Point slash!
I'll
You're
take
mine.
this one.
Inferno Punch!
Now.
Triple! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! With my comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
More stoppable?
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Out of our way!
Dragon Form!
Rain, I'll heal you all!
You're mine! Dragon Form! It can hide itself? Amazing! There!
I'm on! Illuminate the
Raining slash! Soaring light spear!
heaven and earth!
Here I come!
Now or never.
Dragon Form!
Nothing gets by me!
I'm just getting started.
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this!
These fists have got your name on them!
Not today!
A chain between heaven and earth!
There!
A wailing dance the lightning! Let me help! Divine
Blew
shield!
away!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Here's a healing arc!
Talon hurricane! I can carve through armor!
Thunder! Illuminate the dark!
Now I can let loose!
Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth!
I'm on it!
I'll try harder!
Things come to
Now!
Illuminate the dark! I never
The enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about
like
that!
me again. I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Here I come!
Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth!
Blow away!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Burning
Divine! Heart requires complete focus!
You shouldn't mess with me!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
We're in good form!
Dispose of the trash.
The waters of creation! Dance, immortal droplet!
Take this!
Freeze lancer!
There!
Swallow dance!
Dragon
Fly
Form!
away!
Ready and
Purge
prairie!
malevolence!
pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummel it to me!
Lightning to death!
First try, you're mine! I'm not done!
Do it!
I'll finish you here now!
In an instant! Impact Claw! Not a chance!
Stardust! Void Slash! Strike! Here I come! No escape! Talon Power! Dragon Swarm! Burn it! Lightning Orb! Now you see what I can do!
Now! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
You're mine! Void Slash! I'm on!
I never miss!
I'm just getting started!
Confiscated!
Do it!
The heavens must be smiling.
Forgive you!
There! First strike! The Talon Hurricane! Try harder! Now!
Dance in the wind! Freeze laser!
Talon Hurricane! Watch it! Dragon Swarm!
No further!
Inspiration! Thrust!
More with that!
Do this all day! Eat this!
What would I do without you? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Forgive you!
Force Slash!
Annihilation! By the power of
Force Slash!
Finish without a fight! In here!
Ignite!
Two heads!
Stardust!
That's not even fair!
Rising Phoenix!
Eat this!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Sword! Alright!
Vacuum Blade!
Dragon Show! Hold on to your arm!
Vacuum Blade!
I'm on!
Now you see what I can do! Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be sealed.
Watch this!
Actually, perhaps pound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
Soaring Light Sphere!
Stardust!
Dragon Swarm!
Celestial
Soaring Light Sphere!
Dragon Flame! Blah, blah, blah!
Prepare to be sealed!
Blah, blah, blah! Air Thrust!
Rising Phoenix!
Healing
You're
Sword!
away!
That freaking does it! I call upon you!
No further!
Swallow Dance!
Throbs in pain.
Dragon Swarm!
We're cleaning house?
Let me take the rest. Wow, someone's feeling lively.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I'm not done!
I never miss anything in armor.
Blow away!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
That freaking does it.
Burn!
I'll heal you all.
Far enough!
I'm on.
I can carve through armor!
Outstanding form.
Dragon Swarm! Thanks.
got company!
Vacuum blade! Raining flash! Vacuum blade! Quit pushing yourself and get behind us!
I'll be running the rain in no time.
Raining flash!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Wow! Look what I just found. This'll make us even more formidable.
Guess I misread the landing.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Ready and rare!
Power up water!
Now I'm in the groove!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
This will come in handy!
Take this!
Lightning condemn!
Dragon form! You picked the wrong fight!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Now! No! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
You got company!
You're mine!
Leave the target to me!
Going right spear!
This one's mine!
Fire!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
You got company!
Dragon form!
Dragon shell!
Dragon form!
Now I'm in the groove!
This one's all mine!
Illuminate the dark! Magic
You're mine! Burn in hell!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you, truly!
You're mine! Vacuum blade!
Make a fear! Astral energy!
Say no more! Cut!
Well done!
Here's a healing art!
Void flash!
First aid!
I really owe you one.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trim it
Now!
up.
In an instant! Impact block! Now! Strike!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon
Dance
shadow!
The water
Now! Killing light smoke! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Looks like we got them all.
No backing down! I'm on it! I'll tear you apart!
Explosive ring! Coming here! Burn it hell!
I'm ready!
Dragon form!
Rain down!
Be sealed, oh Fleetfoot. Actually, that sounds more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. A banana, let's go! This one's mine. Let's get you all to
Dragon Swarm, blow away!
More of that came from. Here's another.
Here I
One
come!
more. The water's of creation.
Dragon Shout!
Dance, immortal droplet.
Strike!
I don't feel like my usual self. Are you alright?
Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
Lightning condemned. Thunder
I can carve through all.
Too much to handle?
No further.
Illumination
Here's my call.
Magic Kazam! Holy land! Chain between heaven
Dragon Shout!
A wailing dance away! Not on my watch! First aid!
Easter!
Come forth! Holy Spread!
Dragon
Spear! I'm here to Evo Sword! A chain between heaven and earth!
Nothing gets by me.
A wailing dance
Dragon
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Lunar corruption! The water of creation!
I'll finish you here and
Dance,
now.
immortal droplet!
Force Flash! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Little help! Where are you going? The waters of
Prepare to be
creation!
sealed.
Vacuum Blade!
Dance, immortal
Let
droplet!
me frickin' does it.
Here I come!
I'll
It's on!
smash you. I felt fine not too long ago.
You're mine! No escape! You picked the wrong fight!
Dragon Swarm.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Here's another starting win! Carve now!
Blazing
Blade!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Do it!
Now.
Dragon Swarm!
Raise that hand!
I'm not done!
Breath!
I'm
Dance, do it! You are in tip-top
You're
shape!
mine!
As soon as I'm done here.
How could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as always. I won't be able to heal you for much longer.
Maybe we should head back?
This'll make us even more formidable.